If you think making cartoon shorts requires a whole animation team and weeks of rendering, you're about to have your mind completely blown, because right now, you can create vertical cartoon content that looks just like this, ready to post on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts, and it takes way less time than you'd ever imagine. These aren't just simple animations either. We're talking full stories with consistent characters, smooth motion, and great voice acting, all done through AI. And the crazy part is that channels are already pulling millions of views with this exact format. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines thinking this is too complicated or too expensive, this video is going to completely change your mind. I'm walking you through the complete process from absolute zero to a finished cartoon short you can upload today. What I'm showing you is the full A to Z workflow for creating cartoon shorts using a platform called OpenArt. This tool handles everything: image generation, turning those images into actual moving videos, and it keeps your characters looking identical across every single scene. By the way, if you want to follow along, I'll leave a link for OpenArt in the description below. Now, before we jump into the platform itself, we need to start with the foundation, and that's your script. The thing about cartoon shorts is they need to be simple, visually interesting, and they need to move fast. You're working with maybe 30 to 60 seconds of content, so every line matters. What works best is a clear hero, someone the audience roots for, a villain or obstacle they're up against, and a quick resolution that feels satisfying. And the structure I always use is breaking everything into scenes. That way, when we move into image generation, we already know exactly what we're creating for each moment. I've built a ChatGPT template that does this automatically. You just drop in your idea and it gives you a scene-by-scene breakdown that's ready to use. For this tutorial, I'm going with a story about a determined little penguin who's trying to catch the perfect fish for dinner, but his seal keeps scaring the fish away. It's short, it's visual, and it has that satisfying payoff at the end when the penguin finally outsmarts the seal. I'll paste in my template to ChatGPT, and it gave me exactly what I needed. 5 scenes, all with descriptions for our generations and voice lines. That's going to be our blueprint. Now that we've got the script, it's time to actually create the visuals. Head over to OpenArt and sign in. Once you're on the home page, look at the left side of the screen and click on the section labeled Characters. This is where we're going to design the main stars of our cartoon short. When you open that up, you'll see 3 different ways to start. You can use 4 more reference images if you already have a character design. You can use a single image if you've got one specific look in mind. Or you can start with just a description, which is what we're doing. Click Start with Description, you'll see a clean interface. There's a box for the character's name, a bigger box for the description, and a drop-down menu for the art style. Let's build our penguin first. For the name, I'll just type penguin, then for the description, I'll just copy it from our script. A cute, chubby penguin with big determined eyes, small flippers, and smooth black and white feathers. He looks focused and hungry with a hopeful expression. Cartoon style, bold outlines, bright colors. The style you pick makes a massive difference in how your final short looks. OpenArt gives you a bunch of options, but for cartoon shorts, I always go with Pixar style. It's clean, it's expressive, and it translates really well into video later on. So I'll select that from the dropdown, then hit create. The platform takes a minute to generate a few preview options. Once they're done, you'll see 3 variations of your character. All of them look solid, but I'm going with this one because it matches my original idea best. I'll click on that image to lock it in and create the character. Now my penguin is saved as a character I can use across multiple scenes. Next up, the seal. I'll go back and start a new character. This time I'll name it Seal. For the description, I'll paste in a playful round seal with a goofy smile, big curious eyes, and smooth gray spotted fur. His expression is mischievous and energetic, like he's always up to something fun. Again, I'll choose Pixar style to keep everything consistent. Then I'll hit create. Wait for the previews to load and choose the one you like best. I'm picking this one because it looks exactly how I imagined it. I'll select it. Now both of my main characters are ready to go. We're going to take those characters and make them into actual scenes based on our script. Now on the character page and below my characters section, click on your penguin character and click on the prompt and reference. That opens up a new workflow screen. You'll see a big prompt box in the center. This is where you describe what's happening in the scene. But instead of writing everything from scratch, I'm using the prompts ChatGPT already gave me. For scene 1, I'll write penguin stands on an icy ledge, stomach growling, eyes sparkling at the shimmering ocean below. Before I generate anything, I want to make sure the settings are right. Look at the bottom of the screen. You'll see an option for aspect ratio. Since we're making shorts, we need vertical video, so I'm selecting the 9:16 option. If you leave it on the default landscape setting, your video won't fit the platform. I'm bumping up the number of images generated to 4. That gives me more options to choose from, and it only takes a few extra seconds. Once that's set, I'll click create. The images are done and they look fantastic. The penguin is front and center on the icy ledge, and the Arctic sunset in the background looks great. I'm going with the second image because I like it the most, and I'll click the download button in the top right corner and save it. Now let's create an image of our other character. A penguin dives toward a shiny fish, but a seal suddenly pops up, splashing wildly. I paste it onto OpenArt and make sure the aspect ratio is still set to 9:16 and generate. And then I do exactly the same with the rest of my scenes. Each time I'm picking the best image and downloading it. This part moves fast once you learn how to do it, so I'll speed through it, but the process is identical. So now we've got all our scene images saved, but they're still just static pictures. To turn them into actual animated videos, we need to head over to the video section. On the left side of OpenArt, click where it says video. When that opens, make sure you're on the image to video option. That's the one that lets us use a starting frame, which is exactly what we need. The first thing you'll do is select your model. OpenArt gives you a few choices, but for cartoon content, I always recommend Kling 2.5. It handles bright colors really well. It keeps the motion smooth, and it doesn't try to make everything look super realistic, which is perfect for this style. Once you've selected Kling 2.5, click on the box that says drag and drop, or just click to upload. You can actually pull your images directly from your OpenArt history without downloading them first. Just click history and you'll see every image you've made. I'll grab my first scene, the one with the penguin on the icy ledge. You need to write a prompt that tells the AI how to animate the scene. You're not describing what's in the image, you're describing what should move. For this first scene, I'll use the animation prompt from ChatGPT. Penguin's tummy bounces, wind sways its little flippers, ocean sparkles subtly. For the duration, I'm setting it to 5 seconds. That's usually the sweet spot for a single scene in a short. If the moment is more action heavy, I might go up to 10, but for an intro shot like this, 5 is perfect. Then I'll click create and let it generate. Once it's done, let's take a look. And yeah, this came out great. The penguin's flippers move softly in the wind. You can see a slight movement on his belly, and the ocean below has a clean, subtle shine. This is exactly what we want. I'll go back and repeat this for every other scene. For example, I'll upload scene 2 and use the animation prompt. Seal pops up with a big splash, fish zooms away, penguin flails underwater. Set the duration and hit create. Again, I will speed through this so you can see the final result at the end of the video. Now we've got all our video clips ready. The last piece we need before we can edit everything together is the narration. This is what ties the whole story together and makes it feel like an actual cartoon short. For this, we're staying inside OpenArt. Scroll down to the bottom left corner of the screen and you'll see a section labeled audio. Click on that. This feature uses 11 Labs, which is one of the best AI voice generators out there, and it's built right into the platform. I'll grab my narration lines from ChatGPT. It gave me these exact lines. Iceberg the penguin was determined to catch the perfect fish for dinner, but just as he spotted a perfect fish, a mischievous seal scared it away. No matter how sneaky he tried to be, the seal kept ruining everything. So Iceberg came up with a plan, using a fake fish as bait, and at last, with one clever trick, Iceberg finally got his perfect dinner. Now you could generate them one by one, but it's easier to paste them all in and spread them apart in the editing if that's needed. However, if you've separated each sentence, the AI should give you more than enough time between each one. I'll copy everything and paste it into the audio prompt box in OpenArt. Now I need to pick a voice. Click on the drop-down menu and you'll see a ton of options. For a cartoon short like this, I want something warm and storyteller-like. I'm filtering by American, male, and middle age. Out of the options, I really like the one called Arnold. It's got that classic narrator tone without sounding too serious.
There's power in looking silly and not caring that you do.
Let's fix the delivery settings. For speed, the default is 1, but I'll lower it just a bit to 0.9. For stability, I'll put it at 0.6. That adds a little variation so it doesn't sound robotic. Similarity boost, I'll leave at 0.5. And style exaggeration, I'll bump up to 0.3 because I want it to feel a bit more animated and expressive. Once that's all set, I'll click create.
Iceberg the penguin was determined to catch the perfect fish for dinner, but just as he spotted a perfect fish, a mischievous seal scared it away.
And the result sounds perfect. That's exactly the vibe I was going for. I'll hit download, and now I've got my full voiceover ready to go. Time to assemble the final short. I'm using CapCut for this, but you can use whatever editor you're comfortable with. The process is the same. I'll open a new project and drag in all my video clips in order. Scene 1, Scene 2, all the way through Scene 5. Then I'll drop the voiceover track underneath on the audio timeline. I'll just line everything up so the narration matches the visuals. If you want to add a little extra detail, you can drop in some background music. Something light and playful that fits the cartoon vibe. I'll keep the volume low so it doesn't overpower the narration, and that's it. I'll export the video in 1080p vertical format, and now I've got a finished cartoon short ready to post.
Iceberg the penguin was determined to catch the perfect fish for dinner. But just as he spotted a perfect fish, a mischievous seal scared it away. No matter how sneaky he tried to be, the seal kept ruining everything. So Iceberg came up with a plan, using a fake fish as bait. And at last, with one clever trick, Iceberg finally got his perfect dinner.
Looking at the final result, it honestly came out looking great. The characters stay consistent across every scene, the motion feels natural, and the narration ties everything together perfectly. And the whole process, from writing the script to exporting the final video, took just a few minutes. So now you know how to create AI cartoon shorts from start to finish. And with OpenArt, you can do all of this without paying for 5 different subscriptions or spending hours in complicated software. Everything's in one place, fast and simple. If you want to start making your own cartoon shorts, click the link in the description and get started with OpenArt. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.